Good morning. I'm Dana, prayer chaplain here, Unity in Lynnwood. I invite you to prepare yourself for meditation. Let us take 3 easy breaths together, slowly in and slowly out. As you breathe, let your face relax. Your shoulders and chest relax. As you breathe, let your back relax against the chair and your hands relax in your lap. Easy breaths in and out. Let your legs and your feet relax. With each slow breath in and out, allow yourself to become more and more centered in your heart. Imagine yourself breathing in and out from your heart, your sacred self, your divine being. As you breathe and relax your mind, let go of all the busyness that came before this now moment. Feel yourself going to your inner sanctuary. In the stillness we all hold together, let yourself be reached. As our sacred time in silence comes to a close, let yourself move your feet and hands gently, allowing your consciousness to return to ordinary reality. I invite you to remain open, receptive, and grateful for the movement of the Holy Spirit within. Together, we know that divine grace greets and enfolds everyone here today, both in our sanctuary and online. I welcome our church family and those who may be new to our celebratory service. I send a blessing of thanks to all who are serving today, our welcome team and ushers, our AV team and those serving as hospitality, our chaplains, and our band. With gratitude, we bless Reverend Denese as she shares her message for us today, knowing it will support us as we continue to move through this transition as a community. And so it is.
Really breaks my heart to see a dear old friend go down the worn out place again. Do you know the sound of a closing door? Have you heard that sound somewhere before? Do you wonder if she knows you anymore? Oh, I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. Where did you learn to walk? Where did you learn to run away from everything you love? Did you think the bottle would ever ease your pain? Do you think that love's a foolish game? Did you find someone who else to take the blame? I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. You can dance in a hurricane, only if you're standing in the eye. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye.
I invite you to, some of that. That's some good love coming this way. That's so good. Yeah, beautiful. I invite you to join me in a time of reflection, a time of opening prayer. If you feel comfortable doing so, you can close your eyes and let's take a breath together. As we center ourselves in this place, we know wherever we are on our path, we have arrived at this now moment together. Amidst all of life's joys and challenges experienced by each of us who join together in this space, in all of the light and all of the shadows, we are here together in a state of being present as one. Our unfolding journey is not just about getting somewhere out there, but it's about the journey itself, right here, right now. Each step forward and each step back. Every experience contributes to the tapestry of our lives. During every blue sky day and through every storm, at every twist and every turn, we receive the gifts of new awareness, deeper insights, and the wisdom gained through timely learning. We receive these gifts with gratitude. My life, a continual process of unfolding, has shaped the person I am today and creates the shape of things to come. In this now moment, in this sacred place of new beginning, fresh perspectives beckon and meaningful opportunities call. As we travel through this life with open hearts and open arms, let's simply take a breath and call ourselves back to center. It is here that we relax in the warmth of an internal place we know is home. And so it is.
I am a sturdy soul, and there ain't no shame in lying down in the bed you made. Can you fight the urge to run for another day? You might make it further if you learn to stay. I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. Please join us as we welcome our youth, and good morning. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright.
Good morning. Happy Youth Sunday. So today the youth are here. We're going to be in the kitchen getting hospitality ready for you. And our theme today is spooky hospitality. So go in Friendship Hall after service and see all of our spooky themed awesomeness. Last week, a bunch of our YOUers were at retreat and they had an amazing time. And I'm going to invite Erin up to talk to you about her experience.
Hello. I'm Erin Gilbreth, and I was at our Region's retreat this last weekend. It was my first YOU event. I went to both unitreats last year, but I was not able to go to summer unitreat this year due to my family having another camping trip. But, so yeah, I was going into this not really knowing anything, and I had a lot of fun. This event was hosted and planned by our region's amazing Regis, Kendall and Aurora. They are great. And the theme of this year's retreat was the essence of you. So we made prayer mats and we decorated candles for fun shops, again, hosted by our amazing Regis. I was going to bring them, but I forgot. And yeah, it was a really enlightening experience. We took an early morning walk down to the creek. We went on a God walk. We had some fun doing Spirit Share. And Unity in Lynnwood actually hosted Spirit Share. It was a lot of fun. Damien did most of the work, but he's not here this week. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I drank some Baja Blast and a lot of chocolate milk. And then the other people from Unity in Lynnwood wouldn't let me have any more chocolate milk, which was sad, but I really like chocolate milk. But it was a lot of fun, and I made a lot of friends, and I'm so excited for Rally this next year.
Great job, Erin. They always have a lot of fun at all of the events. We do have a Unitreat, which is for the junior high kids, coming up in November. So if you have a Uniteam that is interested in that, feel free to contact me. When we do hospitality, all of the money from the love offerings goes to sending these kids and helping them get to the camps, and it really is life-changing. So thank you in advance, and thank you for all of the times you've donated to us in the past. And I do understand that there may be someone going to announce the gala today, and I just want to point out that a lot of these kids behind me will be at the gala serving. And so these kids are always super active, and we just love you guys. So thank you. Now, if you would please rise as you're able and help me in blessing our youth. You are the light of love in this world. You are the light of kindness in this world. Let it shine so bright.
Please greet your neighbor as you're able.
Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, my soul
Is welcome here.
Oh, my
Soul is welcome here.
I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is
Welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my
Soul is welcome here.
I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is
Welcome here.
If you'd like to join us in song, we're going to do a song called We Let the Love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. One last time, we let the love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Beautiful.
You heard about the party coming up on October 25th, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's going to be
boss.
a blowout. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be there?
I can't wait.
I cannot wait. Do you see the cameras?
I do. What's going on?
Why are the cameras here?
I don't know.
Hold on. Are you filming?
I could be in pictures. I got my nice new suit. What do you think?
Oh,
This is going to be a problem.
I think you're right. Actually,
the Dons is going to be here.
they're going to be here and they're not going to like these cameras. Listen, you got to go. You got to go. We can't have the cameras in here. No.
No, wait.
No, they got to go. They don't want to be filmed in this important thing that they're going to be up there and they're going to be talking about mob stuff and all of that.
I know, but maybe we should let the cameras stay. It could be good for our publicity. Our public image, real important.
Oh, the public image. Yeah. You think people will be watching?
I think they might be.
Are
You think
people
they're
watching
watching
this?
now? Oh my gosh.
You in there?
Yeah. Yeah, what?
Maybe if they're watching us, maybe they could just
Watch.
attend the gala.
That would be great. Yeah. That's the ticket. Yeah.
That's the ticket. Yeah. Yeah. It is the ticket. And if you haven't gotten yours, they're going fast. So be sure to get your tickets right away if you're in person. And guess what? All you amazing online people or those who, for whatever reason can't make it here in person, virtual tickets are on sale today. So join us on the live stream. It's a private live stream link that you'll receive. And we're going to get you involved in the gala from your living rooms. So we're really excited to do that. And we have a silent auction. Guess what else? Virtual people will be able to participate.
How much is the ticket? Did you say, Stacey, how much is the ticket?
How much is the ticket? The virtual ticket for your family is $25. So, and you get the link and you can watch from your home and you can get your keyboards out and chat with us and bid on items. So check out our website. All the information is there. And if you can come in person, please don't miss this. It is going to be so much fun. So I hope to see everyone there. Thank you.
Okay, wait. I got just a couple more things to say here. Don't forget to take home a brochure with you, one of these great flyers if you need one, if you have a place to put it up. Ticket sales are going to close very soon because we have to get numbers into the caterer. So get your tickets now if you're going to be getting in-person tickets, and bring your auction stuff in. Capiche? Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Tori. That was fun. Good morning. Welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. This is a fun place to be. Yeah, things are happening here. My name is Urie, and I've been a longtime member of this community, and I am grateful to be your welcome host today. Whether you're joining us from this beautiful sanctuary, look around. Come on now. Gorgeous. This place that we gather, amazing. Or if you are joining us from your home and maybe look around there, I hope that there's some beauty there as well. you can know for sure that you are welcome here. In a world that often sends us the message to conform and to keep up, the message of unity is we are enough and to be ourselves. With this renewed self-acceptance, we truly step into the lives of emerging possibilities. We see you as unique expressions of boundless life and personal power. Quite simply, you are a beautiful emanation of life itself. You are pure potentiality, sparked by the imagination of God. We all are. So no matter where you are, or where you come from, who you love, or what you believe about God-type things, you are wholeheartedly welcome into this place. We invite you to open your hearts, share your experiences, and connect with one another during our time together. That's how we boldly practice the community we've come here to experience. Whether you're a longtime member of UIL or a first-time visitor, we are honored to have you here today. Your presence enriches our collective journey. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Welcome, community.
All smiles, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down, all through the nighttime. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Leave my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. I put my armor on, I'll show you what I am. I put my armor on, show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Break down. Only alone will I cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Oh yeah, I know, I've heard that to let your feelings show is the only way to make friendships grow. I'm too afraid now. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. 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 Unstoppable today.
Yes, beautiful. Unity and Lynnwood Band. Thank you. Unstoppable. They are unstoppable. That was great. Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy to see all of you in the room and happy to see those of you online. We're grateful. What a blessed and holy day. We welcome you in the name of all that is holy and sacred and beautiful. And also that today's daily word is belong, and that we all belong here. Yes? Yes, that we all belong here. And we say hello to John from Uganda. Wow, John, thank you. Ursula from Cocoa, Florida, bless you in the hurricane that has subsided, we hope. PC Roberts from Bothell, Dale from Lake Stevens, Tom from Edmonds, right around the corner. We're grateful for your presence here, that it's important that all of us are here in the room in order to experience this wonderful idea called unity of our spiritual awakening. So we have a welcome to our people online, and so here's a camera here. So let's say hello. If everyone will look at this camera over here, and then raise your hands and say, "We know who you are. You are a child of God, filled with light and love. Welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. We love you. Thank you. Beautiful. So let's look at our mission statement today, which is simple and pure. It's practical spirituality as a welcoming community. And we have several value statements that we say together. And do we say this together, or? Usually I do. Okay, see, I'm learning how we do this. Thank you for allowing that. So this is our second value statement. We seek to discover and share spiritual practices which are repeatable and reliable to infuse these spiritual practices into every area of our daily lives, which is so beautiful. It's actually our fifth principle. It's not enough to know these teachings, but we need to embody them. We need to express ourselves as them. So that's so beautiful. And then our invocation. Another idea of this presence within us. Though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. Beautiful. And I love that song that we opened with, "You can dance in the hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye." Did you all catch that? Yeah. Which is perfect for today because we're starting on a series called Eye of the Storm. And this I that we're speaking of is the I am of who we are, so that we can stand regardless of the external circumstances that are swirling around us and be at peace. How many of you would like to do that? Of course we would. Yes. So I want to first let you know that we're going to do this for 7 weeks, and I really encourage you to pick up a book. Here is my Vanna White presentation. Pick up a book that's in our bookstore. You could also just get it on Amazon. Remember, it's I, capital I, of the Storm by Dr. Gary Simmons. Okay, so there's not any for today? Okay. We sold out, but Amazon gets them to you in just a few days. We also have study guides, so you can do this by yourself, but we highly encourage you to do this in group. There's something magical that happens when we are in a group. And so there's 3 things that happen. We deepen our understanding of this practical spirituality, our mission, and open ourselves up to really explore and discover something we either didn't know that was already within us or expounding on that. Something wonderful happens when we get together with like-minded people and we begin to study and pray together and look at what these teachings do. And I always surprise myself what comes through. Yes? Like, wow, did I just say that? But that's the beauty of being able to express it. So I do that on Sundays, but there's so much more that you all have within you to be expressed. And when we are able to do that in community, in small groups, then it really comes alive and we're deepening our practice. It's also about spiritual growth, right? We want to learn these techniques and tools and grow spiritually. I know for me, Unity Worldwide Ministries has an evolutionary purpose that I love. And that evolutionary purpose is transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. And that purpose is so exciting to me. And this particular book completely supports that idea, that it is transformative. These teachings are transformative. It thus also builds community just by gathering with other people and getting connected and getting our needs met for joy and fun and community and belonging. And so please, there's 4 groups right back in this corner here at the Welcome and Information Station. You can sign up. There's 2 in person and 2 online. And one of the ones that we had in someone's home, Linda's home, is now going to be on site here rather than in the home. She just feels that that will be more beneficial and easier. So just so you know that. Okay, ready? Good. All right. So I wanted that to sort of happen before I got too far, because sometimes I forget about instructions. But today is really about introducing you to the eye of the storm. So if we could start the slides, that would be wonderful. Yeah, so today's talk is called My Search for Wholeness. And I do have to turn it on. That's really helpful when I turn this on. Poof. Okay. There. See? I had to do that part. Use the magic. So one of the things in this book, it starts with, no one is against you. And so I want to read this introduction, and I want to read it because it's so profound, and it's something I invite you to read over and over again. Dr. Gary Simmons says this: no one is against you. This is the absolute truth. You may not believe it now. You may have a lifetime of evidence to the contrary. But until you realize the entire universe is for you, you may never experience your wholeness and true worth. The purpose of this book is to awaken you to the truth that there is only one presence and one power at work in your life. And that is the Spirit of God. And this presence and power lives in you. For this reason, no one or nothing can be against you. To realize this is to claim your divine inheritance as a beloved creation of God. Yes? Yes. So that's on page 7. It's in the introduction. And it's just one of the most profound statements that we can embody these teachings. And that the absolute truth is no one and nothing is against you. Now, we may not realize that in this moment, but let's set an intention that at the end of 7 weeks, we understand that a little bit more. Everybody with me? Yeah. That, we don't know if it's going to take a lifetime to sort of get that, right? But we intend to understand that at a deeper level. And these are the truths that could set us free, right? These truths that we are one with the one. These truths that there is only one presence and one power. And most of us have experienced conflict and sort of felt that if the world were kinder, we would feel more comfortable. and that there's a lot of conflict out there. And so what today is, we want to look behind the appearances of adversity, that there is only one presence and one power, God the good, omnipotent. And this presence flows through us, as us, not around us, but through us, as us. And so we're moving into this realization that we are fully divine. So most of us are still working that out. I know I am. You know, our way shower, Jesus the Christ, and all other master teachers had that full realization of their divinity. So this book is a master class on really getting that idea, that I am divine. And not using the evidence of the world to prove it's wrong, but to rise above. So Gary Simmons talks about in the first chapter, no one is against you. And for many of us, we have a lifetime of evidence that seems that that's not true. And we feel as though the people in our lives that have caused us harm or damage, that they're opposing us, that they are against us. And we react, we defend, we fight against these perceived threats. And so we want to move into discovering how we can be the source of our own comfort, how we could be the source of our own peace, how we could be the source of our own abundance. Yes? Yes. And not depend on outside circumstances to feel this sense of wholeness. So life is not happening to us, it's happening through us. Yes? Yes. We are not victims of circumstance, although we vacillate back and forth depending on our level of consciousness. And so we sometimes perceive the world as hostile or threatening. But when we awaken to our divine nature, when we awaken to knowing the I am is impervious to the stormy winds, then we can stand in the truth of who and what we are. So the storms in our life, there's challenges, there's conflicts, there's difficulties. They're not there to harm us, but we can look at them as opportunities to grow, to transform, to deepen our connection to this one presence and one power. And I love this idea of moving from why is this happening to me to how can I use even this God to glorify you? Even this experience. And so this is our premise, that there is only one presence and one power in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. And no matter what the outer circumstances may be showing us, God is present. And so our work is to find that, is to connect with that. So this is our basic premise teaching. And it's saying the same thing. No one and nothing is against us. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. Yes? It just sounds a little different. But when we can really learn that no one and nothing is against us, then we really will stand in this truth of there really is only one presence and one power. And we could believe that with every level of our being. But if we're believing that there's evil or there's lack or the conflict has power over us, then we begin to live in fear. And we give ourselves over to this other energy. So God is everywhere. But if God is everywhere, how is it possible to feel afraid? How is it possible? So fear is only possible when we don't feel connected to the sense of our wholeness. Fear is only possible when we don't see God in the situation, when we feel separate. And that's a human experience, yes? We feel separate. We feel alone, like I've got to go through this by myself. And so fear is not so much evidence of danger as more an indication that we're not connected to God. We're not connected to this divine energy. So our work is to get connected. Yes? Yes. So I know we feel the paradigm shift happening. There's a paradigm shift happening in the consciousness in which you and I are holding. And in the old paradigm, we're in this sense of separation. There's misperception, there's competition, there's lack, there's not enough. This paradigm 1 shows up over and over. And it's living below a line of consciousness of being aware and awake. Yes? So here's a black line, right? And we all dip down, all of us. But our goal is to live above this line of living in truth, of absolute reality. So paradigm 1 is, I get to blame you. I'm right, you're wrong. Right? This is paradigm 1. I win, you lose. I'm better or less than you. I experience separation, judgment, and conflict. I have a misperception. There's not enough. There's not enough resources. There's not enough information. There's not enough money. There's not enough people. There's not enough ideas. You feel it? Yes? Yeah. That's a paradigm of not enough, of separation. But you and I are moving more and more often into a new reality, into a new experience of no one and nothing is against me. There's one presence and one power. The entire universe is here to support me, of total acceptance. Everyone must be for me. We are absolute potential in the realm of infinite possibilities. There's collaboration, there's a shared reality, there's a sufficiency. Yes? You see those two paradigms, right? So when we're living in that first paradigm, that is when we feel separate from God, from the truth of our being. We're not connected to the I am. We're living in the illusion of the world as an indication of how we are. So the key to peace is knowing that we are eternally connected, that we're not separate, and when we can recognize that no one and nothing is against us. And we stop resisting life, and we begin to allow life to unfold through us as divine beings. So God is often described as omnipresent. Thank you. Omnipresent is everywhere present at all times. Omniscient, God is all-knowing, having complete knowledge of everything, past, present, and future. Omnipotent, God is all-powerful, capable of doing anything and having unlimited power. And so these three qualities highlight the infinite nature of our own divinity. That we are that. We are an individualized expression of the one. I want to share with you a story out of the book. There's so many great stories in here, if those of you that enjoy stories as I do, because it brings these teachings sort of alive, and I get to sort of hear, oh, that's what they're talking about. And this one in particular is interesting to me. It comes right out of the book, because as a minister, we've all had this experience. So you'll get it in a second. So this minister of this large church becomes suspicious of the board president's intention after learning that she called a special meeting while he was absent. And so Reverend Tom's suspicion became concrete when the board president canceled a routine lunch with him with no notice and no explanation. So later, he discovered that she'd been snooping around his office for hours. The church secretary confided with the board president, and it seemed to be secretive, and it seemed that they were overly concerned about being discovered. So the minister imagined that the board was conspiring against him. They're out to get me. Now, I'm making fun of it because it's funny. But when you're in that reality, you begin to look for evidence. Yes? Yeah. Well, look what's happening here. And now look what's happening. And that's what we do. When we decide what something means, we begin to collect evidence. So here he is, collecting evidence. So at the end of the week, he receives a call from the treasurer informing him that they have a meeting after service and that it would be brief and to the point. Another evidence, right? So the service is over, and Reverend Tom is invited into the board, his office, but he's already decided his speech. I'm not leaving without a fight. He's already made them the enemy, and he's in this boardroom, and the board president begins, reciting and saying, apologizing to him for not being more open and forthright during all these deliberations, she said. But given the circumstances, the board decided to conduct the business in private. So she continued, recognizing his accomplishments and the ways that he had blessed the minister. Still, he's not quite convinced. She's just buttering me up, So Tom braces himself and listens, and so Sally looks at her fellow board members and announces to Tom that the board has unanimously decided to recommend the membership that the church purchase a luxury home for him to retire in. Don't you love it? I do, because I have made stuff up. I sometimes say I'm Reverend Denese Schellink, MSU. I just make stuff up, Because that's what our brain does when there's holes, when there's not an explanation, when it doesn't know. It relies on the belief system that lives in us. So there must have been in him a suspicious belief system, yes? Yeah, because he had evidence of maybe stuff like that happening. So one of the things that we really want to do is inquire into self, yes? Into what's really running the show. And so I teach this quantum living program, practice core, to really get in touch with what is it I really believe? Because that's what's out picturing. We have all the great intentions of the world, but it may not be true. And so that could have backfired, right? He said what he was relieved about is he didn't collect a committee and have another idea of evidence against the board. And that's what I've had to walk into sometimes, like here's a team and they're just in conflict. And by golly, we're right. Let me show you how right we are. So this is the stuff we want to laugh about, yes? Our humanity. Because in truth, we're all here because we want to awaken to our true nature. We want to awaken to the truth of who we are and to live prosperously, yes? Yes. We don't want to live in lack and limitation. But when we're not centered in truth, we often fall into living from lack. And that's a belief that something is missing in our lives, whether it's love, security, money, peace. From this place of lack, we react to the world with fear and anxiety. We try to control. We try to manipulate. We defend ourselves, believing that we need to get something from outside the world to feel whole. I'll be okay once the retirement shows up. I'll be okay when the kids are through college. I'll be all right when we're finished with this hurricane mess and we're all back in order. And what I know through all of my years of living and through the Course of Miracles is the only thing missing from my life is what I'm not giving. The only thing missing from my life is what I'm not giving. So if I'm needing love, guess what I need to be giving? Yes? More love. I have proved that over and over. When I felt alone and separate, I commune and connect and belong. One of the attributes on my shadow card is a misfit, one who thinks she doesn't belong. So I've had to not try to prove that to myself, right? But instead, I show up and I belong, like I do with you. But it took me years to figure that out. Okay, if I have a belief system in me that I don't belong, guess what will show up? Separation, aloneness, right? But when I become aware of that idea that I don't belong, and it shows up, then I can heal it. I could speak to it. I could know, Denise, you've forgotten who you are. A brilliant, compassionate, loving, trusting, peaceful, wise, awake person who belongs to this world. Yes? Yes. So I love today's daily word. We belong together. Wherever we go, we belong. Whether they're speaking words of truth or not, we still belong. Perhaps we are there in the midst of a challenging situation to be the voice of truth, right? Versus, oh, I don't agree with these people, I'm leaving. Maybe Spirit has sent you as a voice. Whew, what? Yes? Yes. Breathe into that. So rather than having to change everything out there, I need to align into this storm I am, right? I need to align with the truth of my being, not the truth out there, and try to convince people, but to model what that means by being a spirit of generosity. Yes? That's the spirit of generosity gives to life, doesn't withhold, gives to life. So Jesus said, and the next slide is, no, next slide, I gotta go this way. The Gospel of Thomas. Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. So what is within us, this peace, love, abundance, and joy, that is what we are to bring forth into the world. That's the truth of our being, yes? Yes, is to bring that into the world. Not to be aligned with our shadow, lack, and not enoughness, but to be aligned with this divine presence in us, this wisdom, this Christ consciousness, and to look within for our answers to our life circumstances. And not believe in the external forces of the velocity of the winds and hurricanes, and to stand in the I am. To stand in the I am. Feel that beautiful vertical energy of I am from the heavens to the earth, anchoring us here and now, in this present moment, in these present circumstances, with these people. Whoever these people are, whether that's your church, your family, your political affiliation, or non-political affiliation, is to stand. And so we want to access and live from a deeper place. And when we do that, we are saved from the illusion of a world that lives in fear and separation and ego and lack. That's what we normally will see if we're looking for our good outside of ourselves. We will certainly find anything but that. But the beautiful part is, as we shift into that new paradigm, that our world changes externally, yes? And that's how it happens. In here first. So our mission, right, is to support an awakened world where everyone wakes up. Not just those in unity, yes? But all of us. We are all here to awaken to who and what we are. And everything we need is already within us. This is the teaching in the book. And there are levels of consciousness that I'll talk about more later. But just to introduce you, and you probably have already heard this before, we all start with this, life happens to me, right? I am just this person, and things are happening to me, right? This is our victim consciousness. And then we begin to awaken a little, and we begin to take responsibility for our lives and begin to affirm a different reality, and we move into by me. Life happens by me. I'm the one who makes life as wonderful as it is. I'm the one that gets to decide. I'm the one who makes this beautiful vision board and makes that work, right? That's the second reality. And then we move to through me. Life happens through me. I am a vessel of God consciousness. Oh, look at those birds. Did you see that? My eyes went there too. So I am a vessel of those birds. Freedom and beauty. Life happens through me as I open myself. That there are many channels to God's abundance. One presence, one power, one source, many channels. Yes? Yes. So our work is to open up more channels so God can bless through us. As we give, we shall receive. And then the fourth and final one, when we really get this oneness, is as me. We have a full realization of our divinity. So that's our journey of awakening. That's what we aspire to. And just to know that we are one with the one, you and I. And we have moments of remembering that and moments of not remembering that. Life flows through us, and we stand in the peace of this storm when we remember these truths. You have the power to remain centered because you have access to this infinite wisdom and power within you. It's not out there. We can access the eye of the storm, this place within that is unshakable, and stand in peace no matter what is happening. This is the vision of a true spiritual mastery, and there's so many stories in the book that supports this idea. And we're moving from reacting to life, but responding from this deep place of knowing, this deep place of peace. And then we realize that this conflict reveals our true selves. That conflicts are not random, but are mirrors that show us where we're out of alignment with our true divine nature. We can use them to awaken spiritually, yes? Yes? Not easy to do. So, you and I have said yes to this life, and it's not an easy journey of recognizing and realizing our full spiritual divinity. And one of the things I know that we need to do ultimately is surrender. Surrender. And I've heard from one of our congregants, as well as a dear friend who passed this week, When she was standing in a ways from her home that was on fire and just surrendering because it was completely encapsulated in this fire and there was nothing for her to do but pray. She calls me. And I remember being with her in that space, not knowing what to say. Right? Like, God, you know, I know I'm pretty good, but this one, I don't know what to say. So I too had to surrender. I have no idea what I said, but whatever I said came through me. It wasn't Denise, the person. It was the Christed one, the Buddha one. And we stood together virtually, letting it go. And there was this peace that passed all understanding for her. And I've heard that story over and over. When you're really there and you recognize that there's nothing you can physically do to change it, the only thing we could do is surrender, which is what Spirit is wanting all along. Surrender. This sense of a self that thinks she's going to change all of the external circumstances to benefit her own goals and values and needs. Something bigger is happening. Did she need to lose her home? I don't know. That's not up to me. But it happened, and she was changed at depth. And she got a bigger and brighter, gorgeous home, right? But that wasn't the goal. The goal was to learn to let go. Yes? To learn to let go. It's not be in the world, but not of the world, was Jesus' teaching. Of the world is all these possessions that we think are us. So let's make a shift. Yes, let's dive into these teachings to really embody how this world, how we can use this world to awaken, how we can use life circumstances to know who and what we are. So let's end with this affirmation. So let's say this together. I am a whole and perfect child of God, and no one is against me. When in spirit, I am not my experiences. When in spirit, I am always greater than my challenges. So let's move into a time of prayer. So Holy Spirit, we move into this gentle time of acknowledging your presence in our lives. Acknowledging any storms that may be happening. And realizing that we can see this and approach this in a whole new way. We could surrender and center ourselves in the eye of the storm, where the winds and velocity of the external world cannot shift us, where we are anchored into the truth of our knowing and the realization of our oneness with you is complete. And so right now we feel that light of God just coming over us right now, as the song said. We feel the love of God wash over us. We feel the light of God wash over us. We allow the truth of God to wash over us. And we let it be. Whatever is before us can be for us to grow and awaken and feel a greater connection to source energy. And so we give thanks for this ministry. We give thanks for each one here and each one listening online to join in this shared spiritual awakening. And for that we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Denise. Beautiful. The only thing that's missing is what I haven't given. I love that. I'm taking that. You know. It's been said that the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. We offer opportunities to practice giving and receiving that we might cooperate with the reciprocal nature of our spiritual universe. In other words, while your giving matters to us, we suggest that your giving matters to you as well. Electronic giving options will appear on your screen, and for those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. Thank you, ushers. If you are on site and prefer to give by credit card, there's an electronic giving station backed by the Welcome and Information Station. And if you'd like information about UIL's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, you can grab a Giver's Circle brochure at the Welcome and Information Station or write the Board of Trustees directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on the screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Kelly, Chris, and Scotty, thank you so much. Oh, you guys lay the vibe and we just surf along. It's so good. We have several things happening here at Unity in Lynnwood. We want to let you know about those things. But before we do that, we want to say hello to anyone who might be visiting us for the first time. If you would just put your hand in the air. If you are new today, we'll give you some applause. Anyone in the room who's new today? Okay. I don't see anyone new today, but if you are new-ish, we're so glad you came back. If you are in that category, if someone new, we would like to offer you a special gift, which is a undated copy of the Daily Word. The Daily Word is a Unity worldwide publication, actually celebrating 100 years of publication this year, and it's filled with encouragements and inspirations to lift your day. So that we'll have that for you in the Soul Things gift store and bookshop, just outside these double doors and to the left, and back at the Welcome and Information Station, where I'll be after service. Some invitations for you. Next Sunday, October 20th at 12:30 p.m. is join the UIL's Board of Trustees for the annual business meeting. As set forth in ministry bylaws, elect 2 new trustees and enjoy updates about our community. And save the date, Friday, October 25th. You heard about it earlier. It happened one night, Death of a Gangster, a Roaring Twenties murder mystery and gala and fundraiser. That's going to be a good time not to miss. And heads up, your Board of Trustees sent an important survey to Unity and Lynnwood community last week by mail and by email. If you haven't already received or completed it, please be sure to check your mail or your email or your spam box or junk mail and complete and return the survey by this Tuesday, a couple days from now, October 15th. And finally, this Wednesday, October 16th at 7 p.m., 12 Powers Meditation. And please welcome Palakini to the platform for information about this healing meditation experience. Palakini.
Thanks, Ken. I barged my way in to tell you about this and not just let him do it, because I had a really profound experience. Thank you. I want you to see me. I had a really profound experience the last time I participated as a prayer chaplain in the 12 Powers meditation. And that was one of expansion and one of belonging and one of really owning those powers. I also quickly realized that I wasn't the only one experiencing that. All the other presenters said, wow, that was really powerful, it was meaningful. And the attendees said the same thing that I talked with afterwards. The 12 Powers were formulated by Charles Fillmore through his studies of Eastern religions and the transcendental philosophies, combined with his own Christian upbringing. He presented them as the expression of the Christ light within us all. That's profound. It's within us all. The 12 powers go beyond the written word. They are capacities, much like Reverend Denese talked about, and really Ken talked about in his meditation today. They're already here. They are experiences of who we are. They are ours to embody, to own and live. We came with them. They are the truth of who we are. So why come to our 12 Powers meditation if you already have them? Because we offer a dynamic experience of expansion, sense of belonging, and I will say it again, the truth of who you are. And all you have to do is come this Wednesday, 7 p.m. You can sit in the same seat you're in right now. And we, the prayer chaplains, will read each of the powers, give a brief meditative description of each one, and you get to allow, like a weightless waterfall, pour over you and into you the 12 powers of unity. Yay.
Great, thank you. Beautiful. Hope you'll all come for that. That sounds amazing. So we're going to end with our statement of faith. I've said it about 100 times, but we're going to say it one more time. Really? Okay, yes. I do want to say before we say it, there's not the book, but there's a book study guide in the bookstore. So go in there and pick up one if you'd like to be in one of the study groups. We'd love for you to have that. Or if you're just going to do it on your own, you could do that as well. I think there's a small donation for that. But let's say this together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the infinite, living, loving presence of God. We are grateful. We are blessed. Yes.
May the long time sun the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Thank you for being with us today. You belong here. God bless.